Stop relying on walking. Stop relying on squats. I know that sounds extreme, but if you are over 65 and those are your only forms of exercise, you may be accelerating muscle loss instead of preventing it. I say this from experience. As a surgeon with over 25 years working directly with older adults, I have treated thousands of patients, and I keep seeing the same pattern again and again. People tell me they walk every day. Some even add squats. They feel active. They think they are doing it right. But then the truth shows up. They cannot stand up without using their hands. They feel unsteady in the bathroom. Some have already had a fall. Others stop traveling because they no longer trust their balance. So what is happening here? Walking is not the problem. Squats are not the problem. The problem is they stop being enough. The truth. Your muscles adapt. After 65, if the challenge is not strong enough, the signal to grow simply turns off. This is not just weakness. It is your body failing you at the exact moment you need it most. Suddenly, something as simple as getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom becomes a dangerous gamble. This is not aging. This is undertraining. Stay with me, because the next 3 movements can rebuild strength faster than you think. And before we go on, comment your age and where you are watching from. I read every message, and I want to know who is taking this seriously. So why does this happen? Walking feels right because it keeps you moving, but for your muscles, it is too light. It does not challenge them enough to stay strong. Squats can help at first, but over time your body adapts. The movement becomes familiar. The signal fades, and once that happens, the muscles stop responding the way they used to. After 65, your body needs a stronger, more targeted signal. Not more movement, the right kind of movement. So let's start rebuilding your strength right now. Now the first movement, seated marching. Do not let how simple this looks fool you. This is not just a leg exercise. This is how you train your nervous system to react, stabilize, and keep you on your feet. This is where your balance really starts. This is how you do it. Sit on a sturdy chair that will not move. Place both feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Sit tall, chest open, shoulders relaxed, and do not lean back. That is critical. The moment you lean back, you turn this off. Your core has to stay active. Now slowly lift your right knee. Bring it up as high as you can without your body shifting or leaning. Hold it at the top for a second. Feel your core tighten, then lower it down slowly. Do not drop it. Switch sides, left knee up, same control, same pace. Keep your breathing steady, no rushing, no swinging. If your body starts to rock or twist, slow it down. That means you are losing control. And control is everything here. If it feels easy, that is your signal to slow it down even more. Add a 2-second pause at the top. That is where the real activation happens. That is when your muscles start sending a stronger signal back to your brain. If it feels difficult, that is exactly where you need to be. That is your body waking up again. Go for 30 seconds, then rest. Repeat for 2 to 3 rounds. You can lightly hold the chair for balance, but do not rely on your hands. Let your hips and your core do the work. That is what keeps you stable in real life. Because this is not just lifting your legs. This is coordination. This is timing. This is how your body moves when you walk, when you turn, when you react. And when that system breaks, that is when people fall. When you trip, when your foot catches something, when you step on uneven ground. Your body does not get time to think. It has to respond instantly. This movement trains that response. It rebuilds that connection. This is how your body learns to react before a fall happens. Now the second movement, wall push-up. This is where most people over 65 are weaker than they think. They focus on walking, they focus on their legs, but they forget something critical. When you lose balance, your arms are what save you. This is your last line of defense. This is how you do it. Stand facing a wall. About an arm's length away. Place your hands flat on the wall, at about shoulder height, slightly wider than your shoulders. Now step your feet back just enough so your body forms a straight line from your head down to your heels. No bending at the hips, no sagging. Stay tight. From here, slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall. Take about 2 seconds on the way down. Stay in control. Do not collapse. Keep your elbows at about a 45-degree angle. Do not flare them out wide. Keep your body straight the entire time. When your chest gets close to the wall, press firmly through your hands and push yourself back to the starting position. That push is where the strength is built. Go for 8 to 10 controlled repetitions. If it feels easy, slow it down. Make each rep more controlled. That is what activates the muscle. If it feels hard, that is exactly where you need to be. That means your body is finally being challenged again. Because this is not just about building upper body strength. This is about what happens when you start to fall. Your legs may fail you. Your balance may slip. But your arms are the last thing between you and the ground. If they are not strong enough, a small loss of balance can turn into a serious injury in seconds. Your arms may be the only thing stopping a fall. Now the third movement, sit to stand. This is the movement that decides whether you stay independent or slowly lose it. This is not just another exercise. This is the exact action you use every single day. This is how you do it. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Now push your hips back slowly like you are about to sit down. Lower your body with full control. Do not drop. Do not rush. When you feel the chair touch the back of your legs, stop. Do not fully sit down. That is where most people lose the benefit. From there, drive through your heels and stand back up. At the top, squeeze your glutes. Fully extend your hips. That final squeeze is critical. That is what tells your body to rebuild strength. Keep your chest upright the entire time. Do not lean forward. Your knees should track in line with your toes. Do not let them collapse inward. Start with 5 controlled repetitions. If it feels easy, slow it down. If it feels hard, that is exactly where you need to be. Because this is not about speed. This is about control. And this movement is more than strength. It is a test. If you cannot stand up without using your hands, your independence is already at risk. Research has shown that improving this kind of functional strength can reduce your risk of falling by up to 50%. Think about that. One simple movement, done consistently, can cut your fall risk in half. This is not exercise. This is independence. Now here is how you put all of this together in a way that actually works. You do not need a complicated schedule. You do not need to do this every day. In fact, your body responds better when you give it time to recover and adapt. Start with 3 sessions per week. That is it. 3 days. Each session takes less than 10 minutes. Begin with seated marching. This wakes up your entire system. It reconnects your brain to your muscles and prepares your body to move with control. Then move to wall push-ups. This builds the upper body strength you rely on to push, stabilize, and support yourself. Then finish with sit to stand. This reinforces real strength, the kind you use every time you stand up, sit down, or move through your day. Rest briefly and repeat if you can. Consistency matters more than intensity. Doing this 3 times a week, every week, sends a clear signal to your muscles. That signal is what tells your body to rebuild strength instead of continuing to lose it. And I want to give you a simple challenge. For the next 14 days, commit to this routine. Just 14 days. No skipping. No excuses. At the end of those 2 weeks, test yourself. Stand up from a chair and notice how it feels. Pay attention to your balance when you walk. Notice how stable you feel when you turn or change direction. Most people are surprised by how quickly things start to change. Because your body is not broken, it is just undertrained. You are not trying to become an athlete. You are rebuilding the strength that keeps you independent. And that starts with showing up 3 times a week for the next 14 days. And as you take on this 14-day challenge, I want you to make a simple commitment. Go down to the comments right now and write, "I'm in for 14 days, your age, and where you're watching from." This is not just a comment. This is a decision. When you put it in writing, you are far more likely to follow through. I will be reading those messages. And more importantly, you will start seeing other people your age stepping up, taking action, and rebuilding their strength. You are not doing this alone. And today is the day you start. Now step back for a moment and look at what you have just built. This is not random. This is a system. 3 movements, done in the right order, a few minutes, a few times a week. That is how your body relearns strength. That is how it rebuilds stability. That is how it starts responding again when you need it most. This is not about doing more. It is about doing what actually works. So do something right now. Stand up, just 1 rep. Sit to stand, slow, controlled. Feel your legs engage. Feel your body respond. That feeling matters. That is your body waking up again. Strength is a decision, and it starts today. Now make it real. Go down to the comments and write, "I'm in for 14 days, your age, and where you're watching from." This is not just a comment. This is a commitment. When you put it in writing, you are far more likely to follow through. I will be reading those messages. And more importantly, you will start seeing other people your age stepping up, taking action, and rebuilding their strength. You are not doing this alone. Like this video so more people can find it before it is too late. Subscribe because next I'm going to show you the #1 mistake that quietly destroys muscle after 65. And share this with someone you care about, a parent, a friend, a neighbor, because your body can still respond. It can still rebuild. It can still get stronger starting today.